Now this epoxy right here is probably going to take about an hour to cure up before you can start injecting. So we give it, after we put the ports on, we'll give it about 20 minutes to tack up, and then we'll mix this stuff up, and go over the whole crack, and then we got to sit back and, wait about an hour. Now we're actually doing 2 of these here today, but I'm only videoing this one, showing you how to do this one. The other one's exactly the same, except for right at the end of the video, I'll show you what we do to clean everything up, make it look really nice. I got both cracks on there for that one. But you can see how Luke's, again, he's mixing up just small batches, not trying to mix up one batch that's going to do the whole crack. Just mixing up enough to make it easy to work with on that piece of cardboard. And then just filling everything in really nice. Now you'll see at the end, we will end up grinding all the surface of this epoxy off just to clean up the crack. And we just like doing that because when we're working for customers, when we're getting paid, we like to make things look as nice as possible when we're all done. But that doesn't, grinding this stuff off on the surface doesn't affect the waterproofing aspect of the injection at all. The injection, when we inject these ports and it goes in that crack, it goes deep into the crack, and it goes up and it goes down. So it really expands, and I've seen it many times come out the back of the foundation, the foam, after it's done expanding. So the stuff works really good. And cleaning it up here on the surface is just going to make it look that much better when we're all done. We find these foundations, they crack off these windows all the time. Maybe yours is kind of like this too. But anyway, this is how this one's going to work. Now in a second, that little water bottle that we had that I showed you in the beginning, what Luke's going to do with that is, we'll fill it with water, and then we'll put it in that top port. And what you want to do is you just want to try to get some water to drip out the ports as the gravity takes the water down. That does a couple things. It makes sure the ports are all open so they'll accept the injection, and it just dampens the crack a little bit if, let's say, your crack isn't already wet or damp. And what that does is it helps the injection material expand even better if the crack is just damp, not wet, but damp. So that's all we're doing with this right now.